Yes, 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 yes. Yes, join. I need y'all to join. Let's talk that talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Yeah. This 76 is lost, as you can tell by my swag right now, by my energy right now. The 76ers did lose. They definitely lost. 114 to 102. But you know what? I'm still confident we can still win this series in 6 or 7. I'm still sticking to it until we lose. I'm gonna stick to 6 or 7. You know what I'm saying? The Celtics is a very tough team, and I'm gonna start with the Sixers. I'm gonna talk about the Celtics. We definitely um I'm gonna say this. Not Joel Embiid played really good, right? Everybody else, I don't even know. Well, I do know, but let me break some things down. Let me break some things down because this is getting out of hand. You know what I'm saying? This is getting out of hand. James Harden, 45 points first game. James Harden. James Harden. James Harden. James Harden. I need you to hit the like. Whoever's in, hit the like. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. Right now, James Harden is very, very disappointing. The first game, he scored 45 points. Second game, I don't know what he was doing. Hi. Second game, I don't know what he was doing. This game, what did he score? Game 3. Where is James Harden's stats? 41 minutes for 16 points, 11 assists, and 6 rebounds. That's not going to get it done in the playoffs. That is not going to get it done in the playoffs. James Harden, I need you to step your game up. I need you to step your game up. We cannot have that, James Harden. How are you scoring only 16 points when we need you? Joel Embiid cannot be the only one scoring 30 points. He balling with a messed up knee. Right, definitely. Like, James Harden, you're supposed to be the second best player on this team, and you're looking more like the fifth. I don't know. It's bad. It's bad. We need better than that, James Harden. We definitely need better than that. Like, what are Tyrese Maxey? Where is Tyrese Maxey? Where is Tyrese Maxey? 13 points, 6. I'm disappointed too, Collins. I'm disappointed too. I don't understand it. James Harden, what are you doing, James Harden? What are you doing, James Harden? Please hit the like and subscribe if you're a Sixer fan. I got to talk my talk. I got to vent because I am disappointed in what I'm seeing. Joel Embiid's coming off a messed up knee. A messed up knee. He puts up 30 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists. I can't see his blocks, but I know he had a couple of blocks. So who's the second best scorer on this team? It's supposed to be James Harden. 16 points. That's all you can do, James Harden, is 16 freaking points. Come on. You're a former MVP. The only thing missing from your resume is a dang championship. And this is what you do in game 2? How the heck are we supposed to win when our second best player can only score 16 freaking points? Thank you for your support. Appreciate it. Oh, man, it doesn't make any sense. Tyrese Maxey, 13 points. What the heck is what's going on with Tyrese? It's like the Boston Celtics got his number. He's like, the Boston Celtics is like his kryptonite. It's like, what are you doing, Tyrese Maxey? All right, so it goes Joel Embiid with 30 points, right? James Harden with 16. DeAnthony Melton had a better game with 14 points and 8 rebounds. What the heck is Tobias Harris? Was he hurt? Because he had to have been hurt. 25 minutes, right? 25 minutes, 7 points and 4 rebounds. He had to be hurt. I don't know what happened, Tobias. What happened? We needed them 20 points this game. So it's just like, how can Joel Embiid come off a knee injury and be the only one that's aggressive in shooting the ball. It seemed like they were scared to shoot the ball. They wasn't getting the rebounds. They was getting out rebound. So let's look at the game stats. Let's look at the game stats. All right, so we got out rebounded by only 3. That's okay. We got out. They had more assists by 4, 25 to 21. All right, so we're field goal percentage is 44.2 to 39.7. Free throws, they were 95.7. We were 88.9. See, we just lost because the hustle plays, right? None of these stats are really like, so the rebounds, we got out rebounding. We did get out assist. They had more steals by 2. 3-point percentage, we even shot a better 3-point percentage, 43.2 to their 35.6. It's crazy. It just doesn't. All right, so let me look at the Celtics box score, right? All right, so we got Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum had 27 points. He showed up this game. 27 points, 10 rebounds. Jaylen Brown, 23. So our second best player only scored 16. So we got Joel scoring 28, and then our second best player scoring 16. Their second best player, Jaylen Brown, scores 23 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. And then you got Al Horford. Al Horford had 17 points. 17 points. What? Malcolm Brogdon. See, that's a good pickup. That was a good pickup for the Boston Celtics. That made that team, it made their bench really strong because he could be a starter. And he scored 15 points. It seems like every time he shoots the 3, it seems like he makes it every time. All right, Derek White, 13 points. Marcus Smart, 15 points. Like, their bench and their players, I'm not liking, man. I'm just not liking the James Harden thing. James Harden what the freak is going on? How you go from game 1, 45 points, and then you go to game 3, you score 16. Like, we need more aggression. Can someone in the chat tell me what's going on with James Harden? Please, tell me what is going on with James Harden. Does he need to go to the club? Does he need to go to Las Vegas? I know there's a lot of beautiful women everywhere. Maybe he needs to go to Las Vegas and be with women and then come back and ball out, because I don't know, to get his swagger back, because I don't know what's going on with James Harden. James Harden, come on, man. Yeah, they need to knock their shots down. Yeah, point blank, period. They need to knock their shots down. They had a lot of missed threes, a lot of missed jumpers. It comes down to this: rebounding, and then you have to play better defense. The defense did not look good. It was like, as soon as Joel Embiid got out the game, they were just layups all day. And the team defense is not. They're not playing team defense. They're not communicating. They're not communicating on defense enough. They need to communicate. The perimeter defense was a little bit better this game, but they gotta make their shots, man. I'm just so disappointed because this is a team that we seem like we can't get past. Who's your team? But I just don't understand it. How do we lose this game, man? Like, this was a real must win, because now all the pressure is on the 76ers to win game 2. All the pressure is on the 76ers to win game 2. We cannot go down 3-1 going back to Boston. This is a must win, do or die game next game. And we have to win. And James Harden has to be better than this. Everybody has to be better than this. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I like Anthony Edwards. He's really good. I like Anthony Edwards, but the Timberwolves, they made that stupid trade get what's the bull? Goldberg. They traded all them first round picks for him. That was like the worst. Joel Embiid makes him look like a rookie every time they play. It's crazy how good. Yeah, I don't know why y'all traded 5 first round picks for that guy. Yeah, Rudy Gobert. Why did they trade all them picks for Rudy Gobert? Like Joel Embiid pretty much scores a 30-piece to a 50-piece nugget every time he plays them. Like that was not a good pickup. They should have went for somebody else, maybe another guard to play next to Anthony. Yeah, it's terrible. Y'all gave up way too much for him. I would have probably gave up 1, but I'm not giving up 2, 5. But yeah, Joel Embiid played with a lot of heart, and that's why he's the MVP. He played with a lot of heart and desire to win this game. It's up to the other players. Joel Embiid can't win this by himself. And that's what it's starting to look like. Why are we coming up with the same theme every single playoffs? You know what I mean? Joel Embiid gets hurt, even though he balled out this game. And then the role players, because if you're not the superstar of the team, you're a role player, right? James Harden, he's a superstar, but he's pretty much a role player. Yeah, he played with his heart, and it's just like it's sad that we cannot get the other players to play with heart and play with that desire to win a championship. James Harden should have scored at least 20-something points. If he would have scored 20-something points, 25 points, we would have won this game. If Tobias would have scored more than 7 points, scored 15 points, we would have won this game. It's terrible. It's terrible. Like, I don't understand it, man. Paul Reed, 9 minutes, 1 rebound, no points. Like, when you come in the game, bench players, when you come in the game, I'm losing my voice, sorry. I'm losing my voice. When you come in the game, bench players, we need you to ball out, period. We need that energy so when our starters come back in, we're not trying to come back the whole dang on game. We need that energy, and we need you to keep the lead or keep the game close. The bench did not play good. I'm tired of that, man. Right. Oh my gosh, this whole game, I lost my voice game 1. Like game 1, I lost my voice. I gotta get some lemon and some green tea and some ginger or something. But yeah, this is just terrible, man. I feel so bad for Joel Embiid. You get the MVP. This would have been awesome. Imagine you getting the MVP in front of the home crowd. You put up 30 points. You put up 13 rebounds, 3 assists. You put up the numbers, and then your team loses because your team doesn't show up. It's not Joel Embiid's fault that they lost this game. It's not. It's everybody else. Tyrese Maxey, I don't know what happened to Tyrese. I don't know what's going on with this team. Like, I just don't know. Like, did everybody forget how to play basketball with Joel Embiid? Is that what it is? So you forgot how to play basketball with the best player in the NBA right now? That's why he got the MVP? So how did you forget? You forgot that you have to shoot the ball? Right. Did they forget that you have to shoot the ball? Like, and PJ Tucker, he hit a couple of, let me see what PJ Tucker had. PJ Tucker had 9 points. So he hit a couple of threes. So I'm okay with PJ Tucker with the 9 points. But everybody else, who else? George Niang had a couple of good threes and good baskets. I like that. But really, we lost this game with our starters. And starters meaning Tyrese Maxey, James Harden, and Tobias Harris. Those are the 3. That is like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? How the heck are we going to beat the Boston Celtics when your starters can't even score more than 16 points? Your second best player can only score 16 points. You got one player, Joel Embiid, scored in 30, and the next is 16. How are we going to beat the Boston Celtics when they're so deep? You not only got to beat Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, right? And they're going to get you 20 points pretty much every game. But then you got Malcolm Brogdon coming off the bench. Their bench is deep. You got who else? Who else? Malcolm Brogdon. What's the one bull? White, Derek White. It's like every time he shoots the ball, it seems like it's going in. Right. Yeah, and you know what? Bringing up Jimmy Butler. I'm trying not to go that route. I'm trying not. You just started something. Jimmy Butler was a 76er, and he left because I don't know if it was the Tobias Harris contract. I don't know if it was Ben Simmons. I don't know what it was, but I know for a fact if Jimmy Butler was on this team, we would be dominating this series. I would take Tobias Harris off this team if I could. I don't know if it was Ben Simmons. Oh, you're good. You're good. Yeah. I don't know if it was Tobias' contract. I don't know what it was with the 76ers organization, why you didn't re-sign Jimmy Butler. But I'm going to say this. That was a mistake. There was a lot of mistakes that the Sixers made. And I'm not trying to really go down that rabbit hole and saying we drafted Markelle Fultz. But dang, I have to say it. We drafted Markelle Fultz over Jason Tatum. We drafted Ben freaking Simmons over Brandon Ingram. Think about that for a second. We drafted Ben Simmons, the guy that won't shoot the ball. I just don't understand it. We could have had Jason Tatum and Joel Embiid on the same dang team. We could have had Brandon. We probably wouldn't have had Jason Tatum, because if we would have drafted Brandon Ingram, then we would have had a better record. We wouldn't have got Jason Tatum. But anyway, look, I ain't even trying to get into that. We can win this series. We are down 2-1, but we got to do something. And what I mean by something, we need more rebounds. We need more aggression. We need to have that dog in us. That's the thing. We did not have that dog in us to win this game. Only one player did. And you guessed who it was, Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is the only player that freaking. Oh man, thank you. We need all the cheering in the world because the Celtics, I'm not going to even front. The Celtics are deep. It's not just Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. And that defense, I still don't think the defense is that good. It's just we wasn't hitting shots. But they're so deep. You know what I'm saying? They're so deep. They got multiple players that can hurt you. You got Al Horford scoring 17 points. You got Malcolm Brogdon scoring 15 points. Then you got the big two, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. It's a lot of they have a deep team, so the 76ers have to do better overall. The whole team has to do better. It can't be just one player doing good and all the other players are just not having the confidence. I don't know if they lost the confidence, but it was not good. James Harden was the biggest disappointment. Definitely Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris was 5 of 15. Doc Rivers said, get out the game. Get out the game, Tobias Harris. Get out the game. Because you I don't know what you was doing. Right. Well, they're a mixture of young and a little bit older. Because James Harden's like 30-something. Joel Embiid's 29. PJ Tucker is like 38. But then they got young players like Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey is like 21 or 22. We have a mixture. You know what I mean? But my whole thing with James Harden is you set the tone because you're the point guard. You set the tone because if you don't be aggressive and get that other team in foul trouble and drive to the hole, not just shoot threes. Drive to the hole, shoot your mid-range jump shot. You can't just shoot threes. You got to do more than that. What's up, Too Evil? What's good, man? Sixers basketball, man. I know you're a Vikings fan. We talking about the Sixers. I lost my dang on voice yelling at the TV. The Sixers darn lost to the Celtics, but we still could win this series in 6 and 7 games. Nah, it's not over. But if we lose next game, it's going to be over. We can win this series in 6 and 7 games, and I mean it. I mean it. We still could win. Yeah, I know, man. It sucks, but, you know, when you got your superstar balling and all the role players not doing what they need to do. Yeah, me too. I love when the Celtics lose because now I got all the Celtics on the last video because I told the Celtics fans, come back to the video after game 3. I want all the smoke. I want y'all to tell me what y'all think. I want you to talk that talk to me. And you know they did. They are hype. Yo, I got nothing but the respect what the Celtics did because they're so deep. The Celtics keep on. They got a deep team. Malcolm Brogdon is the pickup, man. Malcolm Brogdon and Derek White. Derek White, Malcolm Brogdon, and yeah. And Grant Williams, even though he didn't score points, I felt like I kept seeing him on the court. Because he plays with that energy. He plays with that desire to win. He ain't score no points, but he played with heart. And that's the problem with the Sixers. Yeah, to be honest with you, too evil, come to the Sixers, man. Be a Sixer fan with me, man. Embrace it. Yo, we ain't win since 1983, but guess what? We're going to win it this year, baby. In 2023, we're going to win. 2023, we're going to win. But we need the other players to step up their game. I am tired. Of losing. Like, I'm a Viking fan, right? You see the Adrian Peterson jersey, right? I'm a Viking fan. I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of losing in football. And I want a quarterback. That ain't going to happen. And I'm tired of losing in basketball. The two sports that I love to follow. I hope so. I think we do. But we got to earn it, man. And us playing the way we played is not the way to play. You got to play better. James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris. Oh, yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. We need all the support. We need all the fans. I'm a diehard Sixer fan. Lost my voice the first game. I'm trying to heal back, but I can't because every time the Sixers come on, I'm screaming at the dang TV. It's like a rerun when the Vikings play. I lose my voice because I'm screaming at the TV. Now I'm trying to get my voice back. So any advice on the tea I need to drink? Ginger tea, something to heal my throat. But you know what? Timberwolves, Harden. Yes, he does play lazy. Sixers sold. You know what? And I agree with that, my brother. And James Harden does play lazy because James Harden, come on, man, 16 points. How you go from 45 points to 16 points in the third game? Like, how you have your MVP come back and this is the best you can show? That's my whole thing. Like, really? What are we doing here? Like I said, their best two players scored 20-something points. That's 40-something points right there. Right, it's pathetic. It's terrible. I don't like it. I know. I wish he would be more. I think it's like this, too evil. He needs to be consistent. No. No. We ain't gonna say that. We not gonna say that they too nice, to be honest. No. We gotta have more confidence than that, my brother. We have to have more confidence than that, my brother. We down 2-1, but we still in Philly. If we win this game, right? Look, think about it like this in this perspective, my brother. Listen to me, my brother. Listen to me. I'm gonna talk my talk. If we win this next game, right? It's gonna be 2-2. We're going back to Boston, right? All the pressure is on Boston. Guess what? We already beat them in Boston, so we know we can beat them in Boston. If we somehow pull that off, we are up 3-2. So we basically have to win 3 games in a row. And it can happen because the Boston Celtics are beatable. They are beatable. We're just not making our shots. And then if we beat them in Boston, we come back to Philly for game 6. or we lose in Philly. I hope to God that does not happen. We lose in Philly for game 6, then we go to Boston. But they are beatable. But it has to go game by game, one game at a time. We have to beat them next game. When's next game? What's today? Fridays. What is it? Sunday? This is gonna be Sunday, right? So Sunday, right? We beat them on Sunday, and then best out of we got it. Best out of 7. Remember that we got it. We just have to take care of business at home on Sunday. Once we win on Sunday, we go to Boston. All the pressure's back on them because if they lose, we're going back to Philly. So it could go either way. And I 100% agree. And I 100% agree. Sixers need better. I've been saying that when I first went live, right? Nah, man. I don't want him. But the defense was terrible. It's like as soon as Joel Embiid went on the bench, like it was like a layup line. Like I don't understand how the defense was full. I know Joel Embiid's a great defender, but gosh, like can we play better defense? Can we communicate better on defense? I don't understand how it's like a layup line as soon as Joel Embiid is on the bench. The guy has to rest. He can't play the whole dang game. Like, what the freak? He's coming off an injury, and he putting up 30 points, and our second best player puts up 16. And then and two Eva, I think that was you that said we'll trade Cat or Gobert. No, I don't want them. If I had to choose, I would pick Cat. I would take Cat. Cat, yeah, he's a beast. I like him. He's not consistent, but I'll take him and put him next to Joel Embiid. He could be the power forward. Let Joel Embiid be the center and put Cat as the power forward. That actually would work. I love that. Good. That's a good one. Right? I like that. And we'll trade you Paul Reed straight up. Y'all wouldn't do that, but that would be nice. I would like to see that. But yeah, this game was terrible. Yo, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. That's a good question. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even want to think like that right now. We got to win a championship this year. If we win a championship this year, I'll pay James Harden anything he wants. If we don't win, I don't even want to say it because I don't want to be negative. I don't want to be negative because you know what I'm thinking. You know where I'm getting at. I don't want to be negative because he might ball out next game. I'm going to look stupid saying, get him out of here. But if he keeps this up, you already know the vibes. Yo. If he keeps this up, get him out of here. Get him out of here. But I don't want to go be too negative because we still got to win this next game. And he's the key. Besides Joel Embiid, James Harden is the second best player on this team. If he doesn't ball like he needs to ball, we have no chance. Because Tyrese Maxey is not a facilitator. He cannot pass the ball good. That's one of the weaknesses. There's 2 weaknesses with Tyrese. He can't play no dang on defense, right? That's one. His defense is terrible. And then 2, can't play no defense. And 2, he can't facilitate. He's not a good passer of the ball yet. Like there's a couple of times Joel Embiid got the dominant post move, right? Got his hand up, and Tyrese is looking at him like scared to throw the ball to him. I'm like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? So that's some things he needs to work on. But my whole thing with Tyrese, if you're not going to play better defense, can you at least give it to him? Can you at least give it to him on offense? To kind of like even it out a little bit because his defense is just terrible. And I know people are going to be like, well, Tyrese is like a lot of people love Tyrese, but I'm going to call it like I see it. The guy defense is terrible, and he needs to bring it on offense to counteract that terrible defense. Yeah, and you know what? And I'm trying not to be negative, but this game was like a winnable game. Like this game wasn't like we was down most of the game, but it was mostly because we were just missing shots. and we wasn't hustling like we needed to. We wasn't hustling like we needed to. We were missing shots and not taking shots. You know what I mean? Missing shots and not taking shots. And we can't have that. Especially when our second best, think about it. Think about it for a second. Our second best player scored 16 and our third best player scored 13 points. How can you beat Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and your second and your third best player can't even get like 20 points? Nobody can do anything. It doesn't make any sense to me, but we're gonna think positive. We're gonna think positive. Yeah, we was down 57-50. And I made a halftime video. At halftime. We was down 57-50. And guess what happened? The same thing happens every single third quarter. Now, I'm not in Philly right now. I'm like right outside of Philly. But my whole thing is, right, we was down by 57. I mean, not down 57. You know what I meant. We were down by 7, right? But the third quarter is our kryptonite. Every time it's the third quarter, we play sloppy, and the other team just New Jersey. Yep, I love New Jersey. Atlantic City. I love going to Atlantic City with the homies. Go to the beach, the casinos. There's a club called, not to change the subject, there's a club called Firewater. I don't know if it's still there. It's in one of those casinos in Atlantic City. If you get a chance, go there. It's pretty dope. But yeah, our third quarter is always bad. Like we turn the ball over, right? That's for one. We turn the ball over and we play like we can't play. We play so sloppy, and then we have to come back. Oh, snap. But yeah, it's all good, bro. I'm just happy you kicking it with me. You vibing with me. Make sure y'all like if you're not subscribed, subscribe. But thanks for kicking it with me. I invite any fans. You could be a fan of any team. You can even be a fan of the Boston Celtics. I love talking to basketball fans. At the end of the day, we're fans. It's not like, I want to just destroy this dude in real life. We're just cheering our team. We having fun. We just talking. We just vibing right now. So thank you for vibing with me, everybody. And yeah, like the Celtics, I gotta listen. See, this is what's bad, right? I gotta go back to that video I posted saying that we're going to beat the Celtics in game 3. And you know how many Celtic people commented on that video? They're gonna have so much smoke for me. But I love it though. It's good conversation. I love it. I love the smoke. But this guy right here balled out. I know he balled out and he was hurt. That's the beautiful thing about it. He balled out, but the negative thing is nobody else balled out. Ain't that crazy? One person balled out and everybody else. Come on, man. Can't be having that. We got to do better, Sixers, man. We got to do better. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what James Harden has to do. He might need to go to the casino. He might need to go to the club. I think that's what he might need to do because I don't know what the hell I don't know what he's doing. We got to set him up. I'm going to have to set him up. I'm going to have to, yeah, you know what? I do. I give it to him. I ain't gonna lie. I give it to him, and I can take it though. I love it. I love when people talk trash because it's funny. It's just funny. I just love how people get so hype about it. It's all fun to me, man. It's all fun. It's all fun when people get so hype about it. Like I had someone comment earlier about like 3 hours ago saying Joel Embiid shouldn't be the MVP. Joel Embiid shouldn't be the MVP. I said, and I comment. I said, oh, you must be a Jokic person. And I like Jokic myself. I'm not a hater. You know what I'm saying? I said, well, Jokic doesn't play that good of defense. He said he got real mad and started saying, I'm not going to talk to anybody that doesn't know what the F they're talking about. And I'm like, man, is it that serious? Like, can't you just like the players? Like, no matter what you say, it's not going to change the facts that Joel Embiid's the MVP, right? You can't change that. They gave him the award, right? So he won. So your opinion is Jokic should be the MVP. But guess what? The facts are the facts. Joel Embiid's the MVP. He deserved to be the MVP, and he plays better defense than Jokic. I know Jokic is a better passer. I guess it depends on what type of flavor you like. Do you like a more dominant defender offense and better offense, or do you like someone that can facilitate and get more people involved? It just depends on what you like. They're both great centers. I give them both the credit. I'm happy that the centers dominate. Yo, man, AJ. It's okay, my brother. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, my brother. But this is the way I look at it. This is the way I look at it. The series is not over. The Boston Celtics still have to win 2 games. And it's going to be, and I know, and let me break this down. I already broke it down earlier, but I'm going to say it again because I think you just got in the live. The pressure's on the Sixers right now, right? We got to win game 2 or it's over. We're losing when we go back to Boston. But if we win game 4, we tie it up 2-2. Listen. We tie it up 2-2. Guess what all the pressure's going back to? The Celtics. If they don't win, then we win that game and we go up 3-2. We're going back to Philly, and we're winning in game 6. I think it's still going to be 6 to 7 game series, and I'm sticking to it. I don't care that the Celtics won because I watched the whole game, and it doesn't look like the Celtics. The Celtics beat us because our other players did not play. They didn't show up. Joel Embiid showed up. Everybody else didn't show up. That's the problem. When you got one player showing up and the other one's not showing up, you're going to lose the game against a tough team that's deep like this. But it's very irritating. I'm going to be honest with you. It's irritating to me. This was a winnable game. That's what makes it bad. When it's a winnable game, make sure you hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. I don't care if you're a Celtic fan or whatever. We just talking that talk. We having fun talking basketball. And yeah. But this was a winnable game, y'all. Like the Celtics are tough. Nah, I don't think he could have done that because then that would mess up the rest of the series because he's the star. He's another star on the team. Harden is too important to make him lose confidence. Harden is like the key. Besides Joel Embiid, obviously, if James Harden isn't doing what he needs to do when it comes to facilitating and scoring, let me say that again. Scoring. Let me say that one more time. Scoring. Let me say that 2 more times. Scoring. Because you cannot just score 16 points. I don't care, man. I don't care. You got to score the ball. You don't score 45 points in game 1, and then you score 16 points in game 3. And then you wonder why we lose when they got 2 star players scoring over 20 points. That's a 50-piece nugget for both of them put together. We got a 30-piece nugget from Joel Embiid, but then you got to be better, right? You got to be better. This is terrible. And I love James Harden too because I know he got it, but it's just like sometimes it seems like his swagger ain't there. And that's why I said earlier, right? And I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm just being all seriousness. Remember that video came out that he smacked the guy? He was at like a club or something like that or a casino. Maybe that's what got his swagger back. Maybe he needs to go to the... All right, and you know what? I just want you to know that we're going to see what happens on Sunday. Now, I'm going live every single game, right? And I want you to still be in the comments. I want you to go live with me, my brother. I want you to go. It's all fun. We're having fun. I want you to go live. So keep that energy. Keep that energy with me, brother. Keep that energy. I want you to come back. Yeah, if Harden needs to slap me, Uh, I'm gonna go Vikings real quick. I'm gonna go back to Sixers. AD wasn't the reason why I became a Viking fan. See, I became a Viking fan because of Randy Moss and Cole Pepper and Chris Carter. And you know what's crazy? We lost in a wild card game against the Eagles, but I fell in love with the Minnesota Vikings, seeing that offense, seeing Randy Moss put his hand up and Cole Pepper throwing those bombs. That was when I fell in love with the but I have his jersey because he's AP, all day. But let me get back to the Sixers real quick. We I hope my Broncos do better. Yeah, and you know what? The Broncos, who's their quarterback? Who's the Broncos quarterback? It's not Tom Brady. He retired. I can't even think of their quarterback. But now y'all get me into football. Now you got me wanting to talk about football. Not Tom Brady. Russell Wilson. Yeah, Russell. You know what? I think it's coaching, man. Like Russell Wilson didn't just drop off a cliff. He can't be that dang on bad. Like, was it the defense? I don't know too much about the Broncos. I don't know if it was the defense. I don't know what it was, but he can't be that bad. The biggest problem on the Sixers, let me tell you, Too Evil, the biggest problem on the freaking Sixers, and I say Eagles, the biggest problem on the Sixers right now is James Harden. James Harden is the biggest problem on the Sixers because he's not consistent. He's not being aggressive enough. If you're in the chat, please like and subscribe. I'm going live after every game. And even if the Sixers, I don't think this is going to happen. I think the Sixers are going to win the championship. But if the Sixers do get knocked out, I'm still going live and I'm talking about the other teams because I'm a basketball fan. I love basketball. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. James Harden is just, I don't know. I think he's confused. Like I don't know if it's because of Joel. I really think it's because of Joel Embiid. But how do you forget how to play with your MVP? How do you all of a sudden, our MVP's back. I'm gonna stop shooting the ball. Nah, bro, stop talking. Bro, stop it. Stop it. He said, nah, 76ers are done. Yo, they only up 2-1, bro. Like, you act like they up 3-1. Right. He got to prove his worth for the bet. If real, and that's real S. I ain't trying to cuss. That's real S, yo. That's real talk. Because I'm not signing him to another 4 to 5 year contract for $200 million if you're going to give me 16 points in a freaking playoff game. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, my brother. Ain't no way, my brother. It ain't happening. Like, what was he thinking during the game? He's just like, I'm just gonna give it to Joel Embiid, let him score, and I'm gonna facilitate, but I'm not gonna shoot. How many times did? Yeah, I would love Ant. I would love Anthony. Not Anthony Davis. Anthony Towns. I would like him. If I could put him next to Joel Embiid, I would love that. I would love that better than any, like, that would be a great combination. I would call them the Twin Towers. You know what that would remind me of? I don't know how far back you go when it comes to basketball. I'm a 90s baby. I don't go that far back, but I remember when the San Antonio Spurs had history. When they had Tim Duncan and Robinson. The Twin Towers, man. So I wouldn't mind seeing that. I would be good. But you know who I would trade to you? I'll trade you Paul Reed, straight up. And I'll trade you James Harden for Anthony Edwards. Yeah, I'll do that. Yo, bro, I'm not gonna block you, bro. That's the one thing. Yo, just make sure you subscribe and you tune in every live, bro. Like, I'm not going to block you for you having a different opinion. That's corny to me. Like, anybody that blocks someone just for having a different opinion is corny. Like, I don't even know how do you have a YouTube channel and you block people because they have a different opinion? If you can't, if you can't accept someone's opinion, then you shouldn't even have a YouTube channel. You shouldn't even talk to nobody ever, because nobody's ever going to think like you. And not everybody's going to like the same team you like. Like, I'm the weirdest fan. I'm a 76er fan, and I'm a Minnesota Viking fan. You know what I'm saying? So I be beefing with, like, it's funny. Like, I beef with Eagle fans that are 76er fans. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I have a different opinion on football. I don't like the Eagles. I ain't hating. Yeah. You know what? I didn't get to watch the stream, and going back to blocking, I didn't get to watch the stream. I was with my son at the park. I didn't get to watch. I didn't get to watch the stream, but I be trying to watch the stream because he's really educated on different players and who could be a bust. But just because you are a good analyst doesn't mean it's going to actually be like that. Because you could have players that you think are not going to be good in the NFL, and they go in the NFL and they're ballers. Thank you, thank you. And they're ballers. So like Jaren Hall, everybody's like saying he might not be a baller, but he might be a baller. Who knows? Like, just like in the NBA, like, you sometimes you never know. You can pick the first overall pick. Let me break this down for all the Sixer fans that's in the chat. We drafted Ben Simmons. He was the first overall pick. Where do you think he is right now? Yeah, rebounds. I think our defense wasn't consistent. In big moments in the game, we couldn't make a run. We would score a three, and guess what they would do? They'll get a three right back. So it would just cancel out. Like, you can't just keep coming, like, trying to come back all game, man. Like, I don't understand how, like, I just don't understand, like, how we're not playing better defense overall and just rebound. I think rebounding, hustle plays, um, that's what got us. Rebounding and hustle. That's what's going to win the series. Rebounding and hustle plays. And you know what? AJ, right. AJ, I 100% agree. AJ, that is a fact. Like, as I was getting on them, I went live after the game last game, and I said, PJ Tucker needs to stop passing up threes. I think he hit 3 threes. You know what I'm saying? He had 9 points. All right, man. Hey, Ghost Town. I like you, bro. I like you, bro. We not gonna talk about Jason Tatum getting the MVP. We got Joel Embiid. He's the MVP. We ain't talking about no Jason Tatum, right? Jason Tatum's a baller, and I'm salty because Jason Tatum should be a Sixer right now. Think about that. I'm salty because we drafted Markelle Fultz, man. We drafted more. Like, what are we doing in this organization? I'm just trying to win a championship. I wasn't born in the 80s. I was born in the 90s. They got a championship in we got last championship the Sixers had was 1983. With the doctor. With the doctor. Yo, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Can we trade for I wanted him. I would trade Tobias Harris for him. I would trade Tobias Harris for him. I like him. I like the way he plays. He's perfect. He's long. He can play defense. Put him on Tatum or Jake. Man, that would be perfect. he said, who would you rather have, Fultz or Benson? Fultz or Benson? I'm picking Fultz. I cannot have Benson someone that can't shoot. Why would I want a player that won't? I would like that. I can't, but let me answer that question. I don't want a player that won't shoot. The guy passed up a layup. And I want to break this down. Y'all see this guy right here? Nah, man, we're not doing that, bro. No, you're not doing that. We're not packaging Maxey to get Siakam, bro. Like, no. And I like Siakam a lot, but that's a future. Maxey's a future star if he can get his defense together and he can pass better because he's a future star. But I like Siakam. But what? Hold on. Hold on. My bad, y'all. But yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. Is Fultz good, man? I don't know that much. Yo, you know Fultz? All right, when coming out of college, he was a baller. You know what I'm saying? He was the point guard that we so-called needed. And you know what, AJ? You were right. I would love Jaylen Brown, but he ain't come. We would have to give up Maxey for that. And you know what I would do? I would freaking do it in a heartbeat. I would do it in a heartbeat. I would do it in a freaking heartbeat. But I'm trying to be realistic. We trying to win the playoffs now with Maxey, man. And I ain't trying to trade our players, but I gotta keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm nervous about this next game. I don't know if the Sixers got it here and got it here like in their chest that they're going to be like, all right, we're going to definitely ball out and we're going to get this dub. And yeah. I understand what you're saying about the Maxey. They would want Maxey, and I agree. I think that was AJ that said that. Jaylen, I don't want to say he's better than Tatum. You know what? You know what? I agree. I think Tatum gets the hype, but Jaylen Brown's more consistent. Excuse me. You're right. I would rather have Brown than Tatum. Tatum is just the player that scores so many points. What's the most he scored? I think he scored like 50-some points in a couple of games in a few games last season. So he gets the hype. But overall, when it comes to defense and just got that dog in them in the playoffs, Brown's better. Yo, you know what? That's the problem, man. You know, let me look up. I'm gonna tell you the player that the Sixers needed to get. There's two players that the Boston's. All right, so looking at my computer right now, and Malcolm Brogdon. Malcolm Brogdon is coming off the freaking bench. You know he was a starter for a few years, and he's really good. He's coming off the bench and he's giving you like, what did he give you? He gave you 15 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds. They don't miss a beat. Debatably, he's better than Marcus Smart. I think he's better than Marcus Smart, and he's coming off the freaking bench. Marcus Smart is just the energy. You know what I'm saying? But Malcolm Brogdon, I got my Celtics in 5, maybe 6, but whoever wins between Boston and Philly are winning. And you know what? And you know I so disagree with you, man. I really disagree with you. But I do agree with you. I agree with your second point. And you know what? The Sixers just don't get the good pieces in the offseason, man. All right, bro. Good night, bro. Nice talking to you. But yeah, the Sixers just don't get the right pieces. Like the best piece they picked up was D'Anthony Melton. And I don't want to say that was luck of the draw, but yeah, Melton and Tucker are very good pieces. And Nuggets and Suns are soft and easy. You know what? I'm gonna get to that, but let me get back to what I was saying. Malcolm Brogdon, or what is it? White, Derek White. That's a nice pickup. Bro, that's the only good thing. He fleeced them for Ben. Just think about it. They were trying to hype Ben Simmons when we drafted him, right? For all the Sixer fans in the chat, when we drafted him, right? Who did they try to say he was? Can y'all put in the chat what they said Ben Simmons was going to be? What player that's an all-time great they try to compare to? There's 2 players. Who do you think? Can y'all tell me what 2 players? 2 players. There's 2 players that they compare Ben Simmons to. One is Magic Johnson and LeBron. How the heck do you compare Ben Simmons to freaking LeBron? What was they thinking? Oh, because he's 6'10", he got handled. The guy won't shoot the ball. And that's what makes Magic Johnson so good. When he came, he couldn't shoot. But guess what he did? He learned how to shoot the dang on ball. That's what makes you great. You work on your game. That's why I like Ben Simmons needed more than that. Yeah, he needed that. Ben Simmons needed a lot of help. I think he got something mentally going on. That's why I ain't trying to really come at him. Mental health is a very important thing. Take care of your mental health, ladies and gentlemen, whoever's in the chat. Take care of your mental health. But I think there's something deeper going on with Ben Simmons. I think it's part of the reason, like, how you raise people. Like, I don't know how he was raised. He was probably always the star player on every team. But it's different when you get into the NBA. When you get into the NBA, you're not the best player. Harden 3 for 14 is wrong. And you know what? Harden, I feel bad. I feel bad for Joel Embiid. We should have won this game. Ben Simmons only had yes. Right. He had a yes man around him. Then all right. So look, let me just answer. I'm gonna answer your question, bro. All right. Ben Simmons, I'm gonna go. Ben Simmons needed that dog in him, right? But he's so cocky, he thinks he's the best player without shooting the ball. He never improved his game. Joel Embiid, this guy right here, right, improved his game every single year. That's why he won MVP. The guy learned how to shoot like Kobe Bryant, Dirk Nowitzki. The guy improved his game in every aspect that you can think of. The only other thing he can get better at is passing the ball better. That's it. He does everything. Defense, everything you could think of, Joel Embiid does. Ben Simmons came in the NBA thinking, I don't got to work on my game. I'm already better than Eric. No, you're not. You're not even close. That's why your coach kept you on the bench. He didn't even want you. And they're saying that you're hurt again. That's just an excuse because they don't want you playing. You're a liability on offense and barely good on defense. But answer your question about, oh yeah, that's true too. He did get better in passing. About Jimmy Butler, why didn't we win? We had Ben Simmons. Is a big reason. We have a so-called point guard that can't play point guard. We had to put him on the bench and put Jimmy Butler and make him point guard. How you got a first overall pick, right? That's a so-called point guard that can't run a half-court offense. You can't run a pick and roll with Ben Simmons. You can't run a pick and roll with Ben Simmons. He can't shoot. He passes up wide open layups. So you got Jimmy Butler running the freaking point. Come on, you got a first overall pick point guard, and he can't shoot the dang on ball. Everybody subscribe and like if you haven't. I'm going live every single game. After every game, I'm going live. If you haven't subscribed already, vibe with me, subscribe and like. It doesn't matter what sport team you're a fan of. All right, so let me answer the Simmons still on. No, he's not on the Sixers. He's on the Nets. Ben Simmons, this is the thing about the NBA, right? NBA contracts are all guaranteed. It's not like football. Football, you got a certain amount guaranteed. Kirk Cousins is the first player that ever had a guaranteed contract. But Ben Simmons' contract is all guaranteed, unless they can find something not to pay him. But his contract is guaranteed regardless of if he plays or not. Because he could always say his mental health and say, I couldn't play because of mental. They got to pay him. That's the risk these owners have to take when it comes to the NBA players. That's why if I had, like, I got two sons. If I had to choose a sport, I'm gonna choose basketball or tennis or over football because football is not guaranteed and your career is shorter. Definitely, if you're not a good player, your career for like the NFL is like probably a good 3 to 5 years at most. If you're just a normal average player, even though they're not average, they're the top athletes in the world. But you know what I mean. Compared to us, they're definitely great players. But compared to the superstars, you're I don't know. See, I'm a diehard Viking fan and I'm a diehard Sixer fan. I love both of them equally. I can't choose, to be honest with you. I love my teams, right? Like these are the only two teams I really follow. Like I'm Philly all around, right? Except for football. I used to follow baseball. Last time I followed baseball was it like when the Phillies won it in 2008 when they had Chase Utley, Jimmy Rollins, um, Ryan Howard. Chase Utley was my favorite baseball player. Victorino, they Ruiz. Like I love all Philly teams besides football, but I don't really have a favorite sport. I love the Sixers. I love basketball, and I love the Vikings. But right now, it's going to seem like I like basketball more. Is because I'm trying to like it's the playoffs right now, so it's kind of like priorities. The Vikings, it is off season. There's a lot of stuff going happening, but it's not as much as the Sixers right now. The Sixers got the playoffs. This is a potential. We have the potential to win a championship this year. Yeah, and I do too, bro. But it's gonna suck if we can't get out of the second round this year, bro. Like I really hope we can get out of the second round. It's gonna really suck. I'm gonna be disappointed, but I'm gonna stay positive. We are gonna get out of. We gonna get past the Boston Celtics, y'all. We're gonna get past the Boston Celtics. We just gotta stay positive. We gotta stay amped up. Do you? Yeah, I'm gonna start doing more lives. You know what the funny thing about YouTube is I couldn't do lives when I first made this channel. Yo, you a hater, bro, but I like you. You a hater. Nah, that's all he's gonna say. I couldn't do live streams because they're saying I had to have like a certain amount of subscribers and I had to do something else. And I only got like they only have I forgot. I think I had to have like a 50 subscribers at the time. And they didn't let me go live, but now they're starting to let me go. They're letting me go live now, so I'm gonna go live a lot more, even during the off season. Regardless of, I'm gonna be going live a lot more. Who's coming? Oh, you know what? That's a good question. Who's coming out of West? I said it in a video a few weeks ago. Um, to be honest with you, I think this is my teams I want to see in the finals. This is the teams I think is gonna get out the West. I would love to see a Denver Nugget in a Sixer finals because I would like to see the Jokic. You know what? I haven't, but I'm gonna start doing that too. Um, I would like to see Jokic and Joel Embiid go at it. I think that would be really cool. And but I think the Lakers. I think the Lakers are going to make it out the West. I think they're going to get past the Warriors, and that's if the Lakers stay healthy. I just think that the Lakers, the move when they got D'Lo, the one bull, I forgot his name. I don't want to jack the Bull's name, and I think Anthony Davis is looking pretty good, even though last game he didn't play good. If they get past the Warriors, I think they're going to beat everybody. I don't think the Denver Nuggets can beat the Lakers. I just don't. I think Anthony Davis is going to do Jokic dirty, and I like Jokic. I'm a Joel Embiid guy, but I'm not a hater. Yo, bruh. Yo, bruh. he said, he said Celtics and Lakers and bruh. Why are you doing this to me, bruh? nah, no, it's gonna be Sixers and Lakers in the finals. That's who I think is gonna happen. Who I want to really happen, I want it to be the Denver Nuggets and the 76ers, man. I want it to be Yo T Evil, man. I would never switch my team, bruh. I would never. If that was the case, I would have switched my football team a long time ago, bro. I know you was joking, bro. But I would have switched my freaking football team, man. We ain't never won a Super Bowl. Why did this is my I'm not even from Minnesota, right? And I fell in love with the purple and yellow because of Randy Moss and them, right? And Culpepper. But of all the teams I could have picked, you know what I'm saying? I picked the Vikings. Oh, thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Of all the teams I could have picked, I picked the Vikings. Yeah, I like the Phillies. I'm a Phillies guy. I'm a Phillies guy. I'm a Phillies guy. I'm a Flyers guy. I don't really follow the Phillies like I used to, but when I did follow, I followed the Phillies when they won the championship. in 2008 when they had Jimmy Rollins, Chase Utley, Ryan Howard, Victorino Ruiz. You know what I mean? Cole Hamels. You know what I mean? But I haven't been following the Phillies as much. Yeah, they was close. You know what? I'm gonna start getting into Phillies, but I'm not gonna talk about it too much, like, cause I'm like a hybrid sports fan, cause I'm already a Viking fan. So like, I think people are gonna get turned off if I talk about baseball, football, and basketball. So I'm just gonna keep it football and basketball, cause people are probably confused. You know what? Thank you for subscribing, everybody that's subscribed, and thank you for hitting the like button. Um, I'm okay at basketball. I'm okay at basketball. I'm not the best. I'm not the worst. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good, but I'm okay. I ain't no scrub. I'm gonna say that. I got a little bit of dribble. I'm not the best shooter, but I got good defense and I can drive to the hole. You know what I mean? But if I'm hot shooting, it's a wrap. But you know what? I'm gonna get back in my game. I'm gonna start balling a lot more this summer, yo. I'm gonna start balling a lot more. But yeah, I'm a hybrid sports fan. So like, I'm already people get confused. They're like in my comments, right, right. Oh, I drive to the hole all day. But it's like people in my comments, they're like, how you a Viking fan and you from Philly? You from Pennsylvania? I'm like, man, I ain't no Eagle fan. Just don't be mad, be glad. Right, hybrid sports fan. Right. Don't be mad, be glad that I'm a Sixer fan at least. And I'm a Flyers fan. I don't be talking about the Flyers and the Phillies, but just be glad I'm a Sixer fan. I ain't riding with the Eagles regardless of what they did to us a couple years ago. Yeah, and that was probably you. And that was you. Yes, it was. It was you. Nah, bro, I'm not being no Eagles fan. Like, I know, and you know what's crazy? I be knowing more about the Eagles than the Eagle fans. Like they be talking about their team, some of the fans. I'd be like, man, I know more about your team than you know. So who's like, I'm not a fan of y'all, but I know more because I'll be following a lot of players. Like, for instance, right, right. Like, for instance, like, what was I saying? For instance, like, what the freak was I saying, yo? I read that comment. But yeah, basketball and football, that does get you the most views. Those are the two main sports in the country, probably in the world. Nah, because soccer is more of a world sport than any sport, though, right? Football is just more of an American. Nobody plays football besides us. You know what I'm saying? Like our football. I ain't talking about soccer. They call soccer football around the world. You know what I'm saying? So the top sports, I think it goes soccer and then basketball, because basketball is a world sport too now. Yeah, and football is only played in the United States, and then they don't have like a football league in other countries. So, but yeah, but yo, all that hate for I'm not. I'm telling. Right, right. People view football in America, but basketball is Washington. Yeah, okay. I can agree with that. I can agree with that. And no, I'm not switching my team, bro. Like be happy I'm a Sixer fan. I'll support every Philly team besides football. I'm Skull for life. Just remember that. I'm Skull. You see that? I work hard for this Adrian Peterson jersey. That's his real autograph. I got this the plated. I got the authentications and all that, man. That's like, what I mean? I'm a diehard. Like but you know what I was saying? Like, of all the teams, right, right, right. You know what I mean? I'm just being me. But a lot of people do ask, not just you, bro. A lot of people be like, how you? Because I just actually did a TikTok, man. I just got into a TikTok. My wife was like, you should start a TikTok to promote your YouTube. So I started doing like stuff on TikTok, putting my videos on TikTok. So if you have a TikTok, it's Mike Sports Vibes on TikTok if you want to go on there. But like a lot of people on there be like, how are you I'm confused. How are you a Viking fan? I'm like, yo, I explained that so many times. It's crazy, yo. But I'm always gonna be a Viking fan. Right, right. And you know what? This is a thing, right? People people are always gonna people are gonna always come at me in particular because I do like the Vikings and I'm like they're like, oh, we how you an Eagle and you're not an Eagle fan and we just won a Super Bowl. All right, y'all just won a Super Bowl, but I still don't like y'all. It doesn't change the fact I don't like y'all. I don't like y'all. I ain't gonna hate on y'all, but I just don't like y'all. I'm a Viking fan. I'm gonna be a skull till I die. Yeah, football, you make the most money in football. Like, I think the owners, but I feel like the highest, like the owners make the most money in football. Like they make the most money, right? And maybe like sneaker deals, but I think the most money is made between like for the players, not the owners. For the players, I think is right. I think it might be baseball. Cause I know what was the highest contract? I think baseball had like the one dude had like a was it Bryce Harper? Bryce Harper had like a $300 million deal for 10 years. That's all guaranteed. That's another sport that's all guaranteed. Baseball and basketball. But the thing about basketball, which I think they make a lot more money than football, I'm talking about the players, is the endorsements. Like, for example, LeBron James got a Nike deal, right? It's a lifetime contract. It's a lifetime, not he's getting money for life from Nike. Um, James Harden got a deal with, I don't know if it was Adidas, one of the two, and he got like a $200 million deal just on sneakers. So you got $200 million coming from your sneaker deal, right? Then you got another $200 million from your regular contract. That's 400 million. Like, think about like that's crazy. And it's all guaranteed. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. I really appreciate all y'all support. But yeah, I think if I had to choose if for my kids, I pay soccer players 60 million every year. Yeah, that's good. But what about the endorsements though? Like 60 million a year, that's more than any basketball player yearly, like from the sport. But what about the endorsements every year? Because I don't see no soccer players talking about, oh, thank you, thank you. I don't see soccer players putting out a sneaker. Like I see LeBron James, I see Charles Barkley's, I see Michael Jordan's, I see basketball players putting out clothing and sneakers and stuff. I don't see no soccer players come out with like a sneaker or anything. Maybe in other countries, but in this country, I don't see it because soccer isn't that big in this country. It's still it's kind of crazy, but like I can't. What is the Philadelphia soccer team? I don't even know what's the, what is the Philadelphia soccer team? I don't even know. It's crazy, but it's starting to grow slowly in America. But when it comes to the other countries like Brazil and them, man, soccer is like the top dog. But I don't know about their endorsements and sneakers and stuff. Maybe they get more endorsements from the product from their countries, like if it's like a alcohol or something. 213 million in an annual salary. Oh yeah, see that's good money. That's good money. 60 million. Yeah, that's good money right there. Gosh, like, dang, I'm doing something wrong. Yeah, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Oh my goodness gracious. Dang. But I don't know. What about golf? Does golf make a lot of yeah, they have to make Tiger Woods had to make a lot of money. Golf, golf. So I'm thinking of Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods had to make a lot of money. I'm thinking he made a lot of money. There's no way for him to be like the top dog for a long time until he got hurt. I think golf, but yeah, I agree. Soccer, that's a lot of money. I think football's probably, excuse me, but Tiger Woods is worth. Oh my gosh, yeah, he made a lot of money. Tiger. I guess it just depends on how good you are, and just like football, like it's not all guaranteed. I think Kirk Cousins was the first player to have a fully guaranteed contract. Oh yeah, okay, bro. Yeah, he's the first player, and it sucks because we need to get a quarterback, man. Oh, you're good, bro. You know what though? Tiger Woods wasn't he supposed to come back? He's supposed to come back. He might have got hurt because remember he got in that car crash, that bad car crash. I wonder if he's gonna come back yet. But yeah, like I want to get back to the Sixers real quick, y'all. I'm gonna get back to the Sixers real quick. We can win. We can win game 4. But in order for us to win game 4, we have to play with more energy and drive. Because if you don't play with the energy and drive, we're not going to win. Right. We have to win, but the Celtics is tough, man. Like I give them the credit. Like I'm not their bench. They got players on their bench that's better than some of their starters. That's what makes it hard. Like Malcolm Brogdon is better than Marcus Smart. He's better than Marcus Smart. I don't care what nobody says. Marcus Smart is good, but he ain't that good. Brogdon could be starting and make more shots. Right. And guess what? On Sunday, I am going to have a halftime reaction. You're right. You're right. Energy and more shots. I'm going to have a halftime reaction, and I'm going live right after the game. And I hope we win because I know those Southern fans are going to be in my chat crazy because I'll be talking my talk. You better hope we don't win. I'll be talking my talk. Yeah. You think my voice is jacked up now? I know it's gonna be jacked up on that day on Sunday. It's gonna be jacked up. I gotta make sure I get some tea or something because my voice is all right, bro. All right, definitely. I'll see you there. But we have to play better, man. Malcolm Brogdon, man. That's I'm sorry about that. We could have got him. Al Horford. We can't be can we all right, all the Sixer fans, if you're a Sixer fan in this chat, can y'all answer the question why is Al Horford scoring 17 points? How did Al Horford score 17 points on us? How? Like Al Horford ain't even good. Like what is going on here? He can hit an occasional 3, but how he scoring 17 points? Like what are we doing here? But our second best player can't even score more than 16 points. Can we make it make sense, y'all? Can we make that make sense? Our second best player can't even score more than 16 points. This was terrible. I don't know what to even say about this anymore. This is terrible. How the heck is our second best player only scoring 16 points? All right, I'm looking at the box score, y'all. I'm looking at the box score. My computer battery about to die. 16 points. I'm trying to change what it says by James Harden. James Harden only scored 16 mother freaking points. And I ain't gonna cuss. And then our next score is D'Anthony Melton, which is good. And I hope they do regroup because we need to, or we're gonna get knocked out in game 5. We're gonna get knocked out in game 5. If we don't win this next game, we're getting knocked out in game 5. It's a wrap. This is a must win. It's a wrap. I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm a Sixer fan. I'm being a realist right now. The difference between being a fan and I'm gonna keep my hope because we ain't gonna lose. We're in it until we lose it. You know what I'm saying? But realistically, if we lose the next game, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. No, man, you know what he needs? He needs to go to the club. And I've been saying that he needs to get slapped. He needs to slap somebody because if you know Too Evil before the first game, there was stuff going out saying that James Harden slapped somebody. It wasn't even really a slap. It was like a little tap. You know how when you talking to one of your best friends and he's saying something really stupid and you're looking at him like, I feel like just smacking you right now just to knock some sense in your dang on head. Just slap. It was like a little tap, right? And they made it seem like he slapped it, like he backhanded him or something. He didn't really hit him that hard. He went to the club. I don't know if he went to a strip. You know what kind of club I'm talking about. He went to the club. He went to the casino, whatever. He got it out his system. He came back in game one. His swag was on point. I don't know what happened in game two and game three. No, no, no. Yo, no, we don't want that, yo. Yo, yo, that was sad, yo. That messed his career up, man. That messed his career up because if he didn't do that, he would have definitely been great, because he had the potential. He was a good wide receiver, very good wide receiver. I'm not sure if he was suspended for right. Never do that. And it was in New York because New York. If anybody in the chat that lives in New York, I know the laws for GUNs are very, 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 very strict. I don't even know if you can even get your license to even carry. It's crazy in New York. So him probably not having a license, going to a club, and that happened. That was terrible. That messed up like his career. But right, right. Same here, same here. Like I feel like nowadays with all the stuff going around in the world, I ain't gonna get into it. Is people. I feel like you should have something at least for the house because people are crazy. I don't know what's going on with all the people in the world nowadays, but people are acting crazy nowadays. It's like what happened? Like the world is just falling apart. Like when it comes to certain things, like people doing stuff to the grocery stores, and I ain't trying to get into it, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not going to get into it, but it's like you can't even go to a grocery store. You can't do nothing. It's just like everybody's like, and like it's to the point where it's now people have to think when you go shopping or something. It's like go shopping on the days that you know a lot of people's not going to be there. It's starting to get to that point. Like Fridays and Saturdays are the worst times to go shopping because everybody's at the store. So it's the worst time because that's when people want to do something because everybody's at the store. More people to get. But anyway, let's get back to the Sixers and sports talk. But yeah, I want to say thank you for everybody that's watching right now. I appreciate y'all. And if you haven't liked and subscribed, like and subscribe. I'm not going to talk y'all to death, but I will answer a few more questions and I got to get off. If anybody has any questions. You know what, Too Evil? He tried to do it this game. When you got a player coming off of what was it? What was the injury? A knee sprain. He coming off a knee sprain. The guy has a whole brace on his knee. You score 30 points and you put up and you get 13 rebounds. What more can you ask for when it comes to a player that's hurt? And then your other teammates just doesn't back you up. That's like me and you, Too Evil. What if we was playing basketball, right? And you're the star player. You scored 50 points. I'm your second best player, and I only scored 10, and we lose by 10 points. When I averaged 20 points, but I didn't score my average, and I didn't play good. That's what happened. He put the team on his back defensively and offensively, and it just didn't work out, man. It just sucks because the whole MVP, getting the MVP in front of the Philly crowd, and then you play like that, James Harden and Tyrese Maxey and Tobias Harris. Yeah, I'm about to get off in a little bit, and I appreciate you. Yeah, it sucks though. It really does suck. Like, how do you Right. And he's getting older. I think he's like 33, 34. You only got so much time. Go to the club, James Harden. No, too evil. I need you to call James Harden. Call James Harden up, right? And tell him you got a club for him to go to get his swagger back because and you know what? That's another thing. Like he couldn't get it done with KD, and then this gonna look bad on his resume if you can't get it done with Joel Embiid. Then that means you can't get it done with anybody. Only way you can get it done is if you have the whole All Star team on the same team. Yeah, Westbrook. I feel bad for Westbrook. I feel bad for Westbrook. He's not as bad as people think he is. I just think Skip Bayless gave him the nickname Westbrick, and I think everybody was it Westbrick or LeBrick? No, that's he says LeBron is LeBrick. What does he call Westbrook? I wish they ain't trading Giannis. If they trade Giannis, the Bucks will be the stupidest franchise's history. They need to just get rid of their franchise. They need to just get rid of their franchise. If they trade Giannis, trade him to the Sixers. If you trade Giannis, trade him to the Sixers. Westbrook. Yeah, it is Westbrook. They call him Westbrook. Yes, you're right. You're right. Westbrook. And I think Skip Bayless made that up, but he's not a bad player. I just think that I don't know, man. I feel bad for him. He's not as bad as people think he is. I think he's a little bit too aggressive. I like how he plays with heart and desire to win, but he's a little bit too aggressive, and then he gets in those stupid turnovers, and you're just like, oh my gosh, what are you doing, Westbrook? Westbrook, what are you doing? But he's not as bad as what people make it seem like he is. He's not. He's definitely not. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. I don't want him on the Sixers. I'm just keeping it real. Yeah, I don't want him on the Sixers. As much as I like him, I don't want him. Nah, ain't no freaking way I want him on the Sixers. He can't really shoot that good. But Westbrook. Then he calls LeBron LeBrick. Yo, Skip Bayless be getting on my nerves, yo. Like he's like such a bandwagon person. He was like, "Oh, Joel Embiid's only going to play 20% of his himself. He's only going to be 20% of himself." Skip Bayless, the guy put up 30 points and 13 assists and had three 30 points, 30 points, 13 assists, and like 3 assists and like 2 blocks, something like that. He's playing pretty good for an injury. Skip Bayless, I don't even want him cheering for the Sixers. Go cheer for the Celtics. Because he's like the jinx. Not even close. Skip Bayless, you know what's funny is that he tried to play basketball in college and he only averaged like 1 point. Yeah, he's a good analyst. I give him the credit. I respect his work, but he be talking. I'll be like, man, sometimes he be talking, and I'll be like, nah, man, stop the madness, my brother. Shannon Sharp be talking that bull crap too, man. And like everybody's like, this is the thing about this guy right here, Joel Embiid. He got MVP. A lot of people is really salty about him, but this is how I look at it. Right, right. Skip Bayless. Yo, and I'm gonna be honest with you. You live in the oh my gosh, West Coast, and you, dang, and you're a Sixer fan when you got the Warriors. Oh man, I know they going. I know they coming at your neck. But at least we got championships though. We got three. I mean, we ain't win since 1983. I'm not. I ain't. I'm pretty sure everybody that's in this chat is probably not even wasn't even born yet. And if they were, they probably only seen one championship. 1983 is a long time ago. Sucks. We trying to get over the hump, y'all. I'm not trying to, I can't stand losing. Oh, you're young, 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 young. I'm a 90s baby, so you didn't experience all the terrible like I experienced the 2001 finals with Allen Iverson against the Lakers. And you know what? The Suns, I mean, KD better ball. I think they're playing now. I'm actually cheering for KD to win one game. with against the Nuggets. I just don't want him to get. I want it to at least go 6 games, 6 to 7 games. I don't want it to be just an easy. It just sucks. Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, you would think they would do a little bit better, but it's a team sport. Like you need multiple pieces coming off your bench. Your starter, just like Joel Embiid, he can put up all the numbers, but if your rest of your players ain't doing anything, it doesn't matter what you do. You could put up I ain't gonna say 100 because Will Chamberlain actually did put up 100, but you could put up 60 points, and if your rest of your team is terrible, you're gonna lose. So that's the one thing about the NBA, man. That would suck. You put up that many points and your team still loses. That means your team is scrubs. You need to get rid of everybody. Just pick up random people from people's houses. Yo, Mike Sports Vibes or Mike. Yo, I pick me. Can you play with me? Because my team is scrubs. I'll probably put up more points than some of these players. It's like no, but yeah, I think we're gonna be all right though. We got a chance. We just gotta win this next game. We don't win this next game, y'all. We're done. I think. I don't even think it's that, man. I just think it's the whole. I just think the teams, because every team that you said, KD's on there, right? I know the Nets, the Suns. It's just the team. Like you need to have a bench. That's why. Right. You need to have a bench. That's the one thing. That's what makes the Celtics so good. Malcolm Brogdon, like I said before, Malcolm Brogdon is coming off the freaking bench. How? Oh wow. And we drafted him, and it's just, oh my gosh, what the heck, man? We messed up a lot of picks, man. Just think about all the picks we messed up, man. Like Jason Tatum, that pisses me off. Who did we draft the Jaylen Brown? See, my computer just died. When Jaylen Brown got drafted, who did we draft before him? Do y'all know? Who did we draft? I'm trying to think. Who was it? I don't know. I don't know who we drafted, but Jaylen Brown. Was Jaylen? What draft was Jaylen Brown in? Jason Tatum was in the Markelle Fultz draft, and we drafted him. Ben Simmons was the what draft was Ben Simmons? Yeah, I am grateful. We're in the playoffs and we got a chance to win a championship, but it doesn't change the facts that we suck at drafting. And we got lucky with Joel Embiid. If he wasn't hurt, we would have drafted Andrew Wiggins. If he wasn't hurt. Because Joel Embiid would have went first overall because he was the best in that draft, hands down. You know what I mean? We just got lucky with that, and we got lucky with Tyrese Maxey. And we should be thankful we got Joel Embiid, but Joel Embiid can't do it by himself. Even Michael Jordan couldn't do it by himself. Michael Jordan's second best player on his team was who? Scottie Pippen, right? I didn't get to watch the games because I was like a baby, right? But Scottie Pippen is an all-time great, right? You got players around you. Right. Yeah, Andrew Wiggins was freaking, oh my gosh, man, he pissed me off. And now he's he's doing pretty good with the Warriors, but Joel Embiid, Andrew Wiggins, there's no comparison. Andrew Wiggins is a pretty good player. Joel Embiid is an all-time great player. So we got lucky with that. So we got to take the good with the bad, and I understand that. We got to take the good with the bad. Let's go, Sixers. Let's go. Let's go, Sixers. Let's go. Let's go, Sixers. Let's go. They could have, but they made a mistake. Whoever they drafted. Right. I agree with everything you just said. That's the one thing about Joel Embiid. Going back to Joel, and I'm at a few points with Joel. Joel Embiid played with Ben Simmons, right? I don't want to go back to him, but I have to. He played with a point guard that can't run a pick and roll, can't do nothing, and that's how great Joel Embiid is. That he made Ben Simmons look good. He made Ben Simmons look better than what he is. Just wanted to just put that out there. And Joel Embiid, like what you said, I mean, the guy started playing basketball at 15. When he got drafted from the right, when he got drafted in 2014, I believe, right? I think that was the draft he got drafted in, right? That same year his brother died. So like just think about it. You're hurt, you drop in the draft because you should have went number 1. You drop to 3, you go to the Sixers, and then your brother dies that same year. So think about everything he had to overcome. Injury after injury after injury. The guy missed the first 2 seasons of his career. People said he would never be, he got the potential to be really, really good, but he won't get on the court. And look where he's at right now. Look where Joel Embiid is at right now. An MVP, one of the best players in Sixer history. He worked on his game every single year and improved his game. He got better every single year. How does Joel Embiid get better? How does a player that's so already great get better? It's a mindset. It's your mindset and just putting in that work. It's a mindset thing. You got to put in the work. And that was the problem with Ben Simmons. He thought he was LeBron James. He thought it was LeBron James. He thought he was bigger than life. And that's a mental thing. I think it's his parents. And I think that he just wasn't put in the right situation. Like, I don't want to say it's his parents because I don't really know I don't know nothing about his parents, but you got to tell your kids, man, like you got to put in their work to be great. Every player that ever became great had to put in work. Even with natural talent, you have to put in that work. Even Michael Jordan had to put in that work to be great. When Michael Jordan first came in the NBA, he wasn't the best three-point shooter. He worked on his game. When he was losing against the Pistons early in his career, he couldn't get past the bad boy Pistons. He was getting clothesline. I don't know what kind of basketball that was back in the day. It was like clotheslining him, punching him. I don't know what the heck that was. But what did he do? He got in the gym and got bigger. He got stronger. He got tougher. You got to put in the work to win. And it doesn't matter how much talent you have if you don't put in the work. Period. LeBron James didn't just put in the work. He made good business decisions, went to the right teams, went to the Miami Heat with D Wade, learned how to win with D Wade and Chris Bosh, went from the Heat, went back to the Cavs with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love, won it with the Cavs, then went to the Lakers, and then won it with the Lakers with Anthony Davis. Yeah. Yeah, I think, that, and I think if he can try to get one more title before it's over, that's going to put him in the real conversation to be better than Michael. You know what I mean? So he wants to play with his son. And I think that's a really cool thing. But the real thing is he wants to get that championship on his resume. The one more championship would do. People already think he's better than Michael. I don't. And I'm not hating on the man. I just take some stuff away from him when it comes to, all right, for you to be an all-time great player, you had to literally leave your team to win to go with another all-time great player to win, right? So you go from that. Like, it's just, I don't know. And then, like, one of the finals when he lost against the Mavericks, he looked at like, I don't know, man. Michael would never do that in the final. He won it every time. And I hope he does. Chris Carter is one of the best wide receivers of all time. One of the best wide receivers of all time. What's crazy? Like Chris Carter, I remember one of the interviews he was talking about Randy Moss when they drafted Randy Moss, because they already had Chris Carter, but they drafted Randy Moss. And when he first, you see Randy Moss in person, he was like, yeah, he's good. And then it's just like the one-handed catches that Chris Carter was doing, Randy Moss started doing, and it's just like, man, it sucks that the Vikings didn't win a Super Bowl yet. When they had the purple people eaters, it's just like Alan Page. It's like how did they not win one Super Bowl? We're gonna win a Super Bowl this year. Hopefully not. Hopefully, I don't know if Kirk Cousins is going. I don't know, man. We got Kirk Cousins. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. We got Kirk Cousins. We got to do something. I can't even bang with. And yo, Stephon Diggs, that's another player. Like, and you know what? Crazy. Yeah, that could be. I hope you're right. Too evil. You know what's crazy is Randy Moss. Randy Moss made it look real easy. Going back to I know, right? Stephon Diggs. Going to Stephon Diggs. I wish we would have. I love Stephon Diggs, right? I love Stephon Diggs. I like because he got that dog in him, right? But we wouldn't have JJ if it wasn't for trading him. And I'm not going to say JJ's better than him. Like right now, he's better than him, in my opinion. You know what I mean? It's hard. It's a hard because Stephon Diggs is he's really good. But right now, I think JJ's probably the best wide receiver in the NFL right now. Yeah, I know. It would have been really nice to see that, man. But the problem, this is my problem though, right? And we had the wrong coach. Mike Zimmer didn't like. See, that's why I try to give Kirk. I'm not trying to go into football too much because I know people are like, "Why are we talking about football?" But I just got to get this on my chest. Mike Zimmer wasn't the best supportive coach for for Kirk Cousins. So when your coach doesn't even is not even in the same room with you to come up with like a good game plan, and he doesn't really like you because you know the energy he didn't even want Kirk. So when you have a coach that you know that didn't even want you, then on top of that he's a defensive minded coach. He's not even an offensive minded coach. Right, exactly. He didn't even want Kirk. Like so I gotta try to give a little bit of slack to Kirk, even though I don't think he's a winning quarterback. But who knows? Kevin O'Connell made him look really good last season, and maybe he can prove us all wrong and actually do something. Maybe he can actually prove us wrong and win a Super Bowl. Because our defense with Brian Flores is going to be pretty darn good. I really think Brian Flores is going to shock a lot of people how good our defense is going to be. And Kirk has no excuses because he has two good wide receivers. He got Osborne, he got Hawkinson, he has Dalvin Cook right now, unless they trade Dalvin Cook. He has a okay offensive line. Do you know what the weakness with the Vikings is besides the defense last year and the special teams? Because Greg Joseph he's not the best kicker. He misses extra points and field goals. My whole thing with the weakness is screens. Like when you think about it, we were not a good passing team. I can't even remember a real good screen pass. Yeah, I think right. Our right. I think the Vikings defense will be good, and I'm gonna get to your comment about Boston. Um, yeah, I think the defense was it's gonna be better. It's gonna be much better. My whole thing with the Vikings, they need to work on the screens because that's another aspect of the offense that we didn't capitalize at all. Think about that. We was an okay screening team. Like you give the screen, set up a screen for Dalvin Cook. He's a very explosive player. That could easily be a 40-yard touchdown run. You know what I'm saying? We didn't do. We would throw a screen pass to Hawkinson, and then it would be a loss for 5. It's like what happened to the screen game? Like we need to work on that. We need to work on especially defense. I think defense is gonna be good. But I made a video earlier, y'all, about Greg Joseph. He's still our field goal kicker, y'all, and he's not consistent. He misses too many extra points. I have a bad feeling we get to the playoffs. Say we're the first seed, right? And we in a dogfight in the second round of the playoffs or whatever round we're in the playoffs, right? And we need a field goal to win the game or to tie the game. Say we're down by 7, we get the touchdown, and we just need an extra point to tie. I got a feeling he gonna miss that dang one extra point. And I said, and I really feel like that. That is one of the things that no one talks about. They talk about all like the offense and defense and wouldn't and you have to have the good offense and defense, but our special teams, our field goal kicker, man, I don't know. I don't know. And then the kicks you think he's gonna miss, he makes. He'll make a 50-something yard field goal, but then he'll miss a 40-yard. It doesn't make sense to me, y'all. But let's get back to what I was talking about. What was that last comment? He said Boston needs to start Brogdon over Smart. I think that is smart. Honestly, we shall see. We shall see. We shall see, man. Let me get back to that one point real quick about Brogdon. That's the one thing about the Celtics, man. Like it irritates me. He comes off the bench, and he's such a good point. Like y'all don't understand. When he was with the Pacers, Brogdon was balling. Salute my brother. So like and subscribe if you haven't already, my brother. But Brogdon is he's a good point guard. When he's with the Pacers, Marcus Smart is he's annoying, but he's a good player. He's supposed to be a pest. He's like our PJ Tucker on our team. You know what I'm saying? But Marcus Smart, he's not better than Malcolm Brogdon, but the Celtics said, "Yo, we got this firepower, a good point guard coming off the bench like this. Like, come on, like that's a good freaking piece coming off the bench. He's the most underrated pickup for the Celtics, and they got him coming off the freaking bench. Like that's by far one of the best pickups, by far. And we don't got that coming off the bench. I'm not going to sit here and lie. The best player we got coming off the bench is D'Anthony Melton. He ain't better than Malcolm Brogdon over, but he does bring a lot. D'Anthony Melton does bring a lot. I love his defense, and I love he's shooting the ball pretty well. You know what? I like him, but I can't stand him. I can't stand him. Pisses me off. I remember I went to a Sixer game a few years ago, and I think wasn't he with the? Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't he with the Knicks? Wasn't he with the Knicks? Oh, they winning? Oh, I got see my freaking. They're winning. That's good. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Let me say this. Let me say this. You said isn't Reed the best bench player? Mm, 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 mm. He's the best center, backup center we had, but he did not play good this game. He's the best center that the Sixers had. They had to play under Joel Embiid, but he did not play good. I'm gonna repeat that. He did not play good. Reed did not play good. And you know what? And that's what I was saying. Like D Book and Kevin Durant, that combination, but it's the team. Like the Denver Nuggets is a pretty deep team. You got what's the one ball? Who's their starting five? I can't think of their starting five, but I think it's like Michael Carter, not Michael Carter Williams. What the freak is that guy's name? Or if only played good against. Yo, that's what I said earlier. In other words, we got Al Horford scoring 17 points, but when he was with us, he played like a scrub. How? How does that happen? How does he have 17 points? That is a 17 points, maybe 5 points, but 17? That's what's killing us. We got players that ball out against us that shouldn't be balling out against us. They already got a deep team, but then you got Al Horford scoring 17 points. Like, really? Are we serious here? Like, come on. Really? Yeah. He wants to stick it to us. He wants us. I would want to stick it to us. If they got rid of me, I would be like, yo, when I play, I'm gonna bust y'all behinds. Y'all got rid of me. Y'all got rid of me for what? Because y'all made the mistake and he got paid too. That's why NBA players be getting money. Yeah, Al Horford just pisses me off. He's gonna piss me off until we beat the Celtics in game 6. Because I still have hope. Where's my flag? I still got hope that the 76ers will win in game 6. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We're going to win it in game 6. I don't care what nobody says. And I invite all the Boston Celtics. I want all the smoke. I want everybody to leave in the comments. If you're a Celtic fan, bring it. I want all the smoke. I'm talking my talk, and I don't care what nobody says. Nah, man, I must know. Ain't no come on, man. I'm gonna talk my talk regardless. That's the one thing. That's one of my slogans. When you watch some of my videos, you'll understand that I say what I say, and it is what it is. And if people don't like it, it is what it is. I ain't gonna disrespect nobody, but I'm gonna talk my talk. And that's how people should really live their life by. Talk your talk. Stand up. Stand up and say what you have to say. Get it off your chest. You don't gotta disrespect them. Like the one book was talking trash about Joel Embiid winning MVP, and I said, bruh, Jokic doesn't play good defense. Oh, what the F are you talking about? I'm like, man, dude, he don't. But I'm not going to disrespect. I'm not going to disrespect him. He's a great player. I'm happy the centers are dominating the NBA. Man, stop playing with me, bro. Hey, bro, stop playing with me, bro. You funny. you funny. Why you gotta say that though? Why do you feel that way? Give me a reason why you feel like that. Yeah, tell him to pump the brakes, bruh. Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes, bruh. You talking like we don't got the MVP on the team. We still got the MVP. It's just the other players around him. The other players around him got a ball. It ain't Joel Embiid. It's the other players need a ball. If they ball, we got a good chance. Don't be disrespectful, bro. You being disrespectful like you talking like we don't got the MVP on the squad, bro. It's everybody else that needs the ball out. Everybody else they're not balling out. Come on. When you got Tyrese Maxey scoring 13 points. Like, come on, Tyrese Maxey. You got James Harden scoring 16 points. He's supposed to be your second best player. Man, stop playing with me, bro. Like, stop. Stop. You trying to mess my vibe up, yo. Yo, he trying to I ain't gonna let you mess my vibe up. Regardless of what you say, bro, the Celtics aren't the same like they was. We can beat them. They are beatable. We beat them in Boston in game 1. It's okay, bro. We got a chance. When we win in Philly, I better see you in the chat. I gotta be optimistic, bro. We ain't win since 1983. The time I'm starting to feel like, you know what's starting to feel like with all my sport teams? My Vikings and my yeah, Celtics are going to thank you too, Evil. The Celtics are going down to 6 or 7, whatever. We're gonna beat them. But you know what it's starting to feel like? What's the does any because I got some Viking fans in the chat, right? What's that one channel that they say we want to win a Super Bowl before we die? Purple Daily. No. What is it? I forgot what that channel's called. But I feel the same way. I want to win a freaking championship before I die, and I want to win a Super Bowl. Like I never felt a championship yet. It's crazy. Purple Daily, right? Purple Daily. Thank you. Thank you, Mackie and Joe. Thank you. Right. And when you say we winning the chip, who are you talking about? I hope you ain't talking about the Celtics. I hope you're talking about the Sixers when you say that, bro. Because you be saying a lot of Celtics stuff, but I don't care. You're gonna be a Sixer fan. If you're gonna end up being no, bro. You're gonna end up being a Sixer fan after. Like at the end of this series, you're gonna end up being a. How about this? Let's make a bet. If the Sixers win, you become a Sixers fan. and if the Celtics win, you become a Sixers fan. You get what I'm saying? So if the Celtics win, you become a Sixers fan, and if the Sixers win, you become a Sixers fan. Because you're talking a lot of smack, my bro. I like you though. I like you. And yeah, whatever, man. Whatever, bro. Like, whatever, bro. You're going to be a Sixer fan after this series is done, bro. Because we're going to win. We're going to dominate in game 4. Game 5, we're going to Philly. And we're going to. No, we're not. All right. Game 4, we're in Philly. Then Game 5, we're going to Boston. We're going to finish you in. We're either going to finish. We're gonna have to beat you in Game 6. That's how it's gonna be. It's 6 or 7. 6 or 7. It ain't gonna be no 5. So I don't think because it's not gonna be a 2 in a row right now. I think it's gonna go back and forth for a couple for this next game. Right. Tell them Too Evil. We coming to your house and we're gonna make you a Sixer fan. Yo, it is a rivalry. Yeah, and I agree. I'm not disrespecting the Celtics. I'm not gonna be a delusional Sixer fan. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm not going, and I'm happy you respect Joel Embiid because he needs to be respected because he's that good. But see, he can't do it by himself. Michael Jordan do it by himself. He can't do it by himself. So, but the Sixers, I'm not going to disrespect the Celtics because I know how deep they are. Like I said, they have Malcolm Brogdon coming off the bench. Like I wanted Malcolm Brogdon to be my starting point guard before we got James Harden. I wouldn't have traded Ben Simmons for Malcolm Brogdon. I would have done it because Malcolm Brogdon is way better than Ben Simmons. I would have done it. People, Sixer fans, some of these Sixer fans were like, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Hold on, hold on. Harden is better than Brown? Nah, bro. Like I ain't gonna go that far right now. I can't go that far. But I would say that they're close, but nah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't know to that. I don't know about that. But I agree. I'm not gonna say the Celtics is the deepest team. I don't think they're the best team. Guess who the best team is? You guessed it. You guessed it, bruh. The Sixers is the best team. We down, but we're not out. That's the problem. We're down. Yeah, Celtics. I don't want to say they got lucky, but they're beatable. We're down, but we're not out. That's what I gotta realize. You gotta realize we're down, but we're not out. Stop the madness, my brother. You talking crazy, bruh. I must talk my talk, bruh. When you don't eliminate us. Good night, good night, good night, good night. Yeah, we're not going down. Yo, I already know what it is, bro. Like he gonna talk his talk because he knows how I feel. He think, and look, I promise you, I'm not gonna block you. I love all the smoke. I love talking to people. It's fun. But nah, bro, we're gonna win next game. It's gonna be 2-2. Like, what are you talking about? We're not going down 3-1. You're not beating us in Philly twice. Do you really think you're gonna beat us in Philly twice? You really all right, bro. All right, bro. You can say what you want, but you talking like it ain't happening, bro. It's not happening, bro. We're not. Yeah, we're going. It's going 6 or 7. Mark my words, 6 or 7, and it's going to be the Sixers and 6, or the Sixers and 7, until otherwise. Don't disrespect Michael Jordan. Don't disrespect Michael Jordan. I like Brown, but don't disrespect Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? If Michael Jordan was on the Celtics, I would say we would have no chance. I would just say just is what it is. We'll play the games, but we ain't gonna win. Don't disrespect Michael Jordan. He's a good player. Jaylen Brown's he's a good player. All right. All right. I'm just making sure because you trying to compare him. He gonna go Jordan. He ain't gonna go Jordan because he's not Jordan. Stop saying that. The only reason why I'm saying what I'm saying, and I'm talking my talk because I'm a Sixer fan and you a Celtic fan. And you talking crazy like y'all gonna do something and y'all not gonna do anything. I don't care what you say, bro. We gonna win next game. We're not going down 3-1. Stop with the cat, my brother. We're one of the best teams at home. I don't know how we lost this game because James Harden didn't ball. Period. We didn't lose this game because of our MVP. And I like how you say you respected the MVP, the real MVP, Joel Embiid. But, bruh, stop. Right. Stop the madness, my brother. Just stop, bro. James Harden put 45 points up on y'all. Stop. 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 Stop, bro. Like, your defense ain't the same, bro. Your defense ain't the same. We just couldn't make shots. We had a lot of wide open shots and just couldn't make it. That's what it was. You talking crazy, but I like it though. Like you talking like oh, my defense stopped your player. Yeah, he stopped James Harden. You stopped James Harden. No, you didn't stop James Harden. Your defense did not stop James Harden. James Harden stopped James Harden. Stop. No, you're wrong. Yo, first of all, they're not gonna win a chip. And about the Warriors, bro, just keep your head up. Because guess what? Know what you can say to them? Y'all had to get KD to win a lot of your champion. What was it? How many championships they win with KD? Three, two, 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 two. So they got a lot of championships. They won it without KD. No, 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 no. Warriors will lose. Yes, Lakers. I say Lakers in 6. They will have to because they're not beating the Warriors in Game 7 because it goes back to I hope you're right because they're just a deep team, man. That team is scary. They're not scary, but they're just a deep behind team. And I can't even lie. The Bull White and Malcolm Brogdon, I'm mad about the Malcolm Brogdon because I wanted him as a player on the team and we didn't get him. LeBron better ball like he was with the Cavs or the Heat for them to beat the Oh, who's winning that game? The Nuggets or the Suns? Tell me who's winning that game. Is it the Nuggets or the Suns? Okay, okay. Yeah, what quarter? Okay. What quarter? Okay. Thanks. Yeah, you got the Nuggets winning in 7. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If it goes to game 7, I think KD gonna take that game over, bro. I don't see them beat like KD. One thing about KD, I don't like KD. I mean, I like KD because I actually followed him in college and when he got drafted, I said he should have. I said he should have went first overall. People was going coming at KD because of like how skinny he is and lanky or whatever, but they picked what's his name, Greg Odom. No, he's not too soft, bro. Stop. He said Larry Sham. Oh man. They got enough talent on their team. They can pull it off. They gotta win this game. If they lose this game, it's over for them. They done. They only got so you said there's 7 minutes left. They gotta finish the game. But if they lose, they're done. Just like the Sixers. If we lose next game, I'm being real. It's gonna be very hard. The comeback from 3-1. Oh wow. Yeah. But yeah, y'all, I'm about to get off, man. Thanks for talking with me. Thanks for vibing with me. Like and subscribe if you haven't. And I'm gonna be on Sunday live. And I'm gonna be doing other videos like shorts and stuff, but it's not gonna be live. But on the game day after the game, I'm gonna go live and we're gonna talk our talk. We're gonna have fun. And thanks for vibing with me, y'all. Peace.